The Philadelphia Eagles are a machine. The Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to start off by saying this, the Super Bowl, they're a Super Bowl contention team. Now, I picked the Eagles in the preseason to win that division. And I mean, we all knew the Cowboys were going to kind of stink. Washington's commies, we're not really sure what they're going to look like. The Giants have had a good start of the season. They're still undefeated, and at the time of recording this, they're going on the road to Dallas, I think. Forget who's the home team there. Playing Dallas Monday Night Football, and they have the opportunity to be one of the last 3-0 teams in the league. All credit to the Giants. You know, you beat the teams you play the teams who are in front of you. The Giants are not on the same level as the Dolphins. They're not on the same level as the Eagles. And the Eagles are dominating the NFL right now. Jalen Hurts, I am such a big fan of what Jalen Hurts is doing. Alicia Hayes, who eventually will start her show here on FAU Owl Radio. Big Jalen Hurts fan, big Eagles fan, and there is so much to like about this Eagles team. So let's start on offense. Let's start on the offensive side of things. Jalen Hurts, who would have thought 3 games, Jalen Hurts is third in the league in passing, not rushing. He's third in the league in passing. 920 yards, just behind Tua and Josh Allen. Josh Allen's the only quarterback who's cracked 1,000 yards passing so far in the season. Jalen Hurts, third in passing touchdowns. 7 total touchdowns, 4 throwing, 3 on the ground. The team as a whole, 6th in rushing in the NFL. You look at A.J. Brown averaging over 100 yards a game. Yesterday, Devonta Smith popped off 207 yards on the season. The offense, the best offensive line probably in football. Nick Sirianni was my preseason pick for Coach of the Year. On the offensive side of things, everything's going well. Oh, and by the way, defense is equally going just as well. Number 1 in sacks, number 5 in yards allowed a game, number 7 in points allowed per game, and number 6 in pass yards allowed per game. The defense is eating. We saw what they did to Justin Jefferson on Monday Night Football last week. The Eagles are feasting. The Eagles are eating. And they are on their way to be a Super Bowl contending team. And let's look around the NFC. There is so many top dogs struggling in the NFC. Let's look at the Packers and Buccaneers game. Start with the team that won, the Green Bay Packers. They have pretty much zero wide receiver game. They got Romeo Doubs, who got in the end zone yesterday. They got Watkins. They have a few young guys. Also, they have Randall Cobb. But they can't really throw the ball. Aaron Rodgers is struggling right now. And it was pretty easy to see. Robert Tonyan is not going to get it done. The ground game also struggled yesterday, which is something that was expected to be the one staple of this offense, considering you have one of the best running attacks in the league. On the other side, the Tampa Buccaneers, Tampa can't move the ball. Now they are missing everybody on offense, including their offensive line, including Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. The offense will get better. Their defense, on the other hand, number 1 in points allowed per game, averaging under 10 points allowed per game through the first 3 games. So the Buccaneers defense is holding it together for them while this offense is in the ICU. The Rams, I'm telling you, there's something going on with the Rams. It's not pretty. They won yesterday, which is, hey, you win. Kind of like the Packers are 2-1 now. Hey, you won. Packers or the Rams do not look right. They can't run the ball that well. Stafford can't throw it to anybody but Cooper Kupp. Stafford might not be able to throw the ball at all. It's definitely an issue. The Cardinals, what is going on there? Oh my gosh. I thought it was going to be one of the most electric offenses in the league. Nope. So many top teams in the NFC have been at best struggling, at worst complete failures so far. Meanwhile, the Eagles are doing everything right. Jalen Hurts has developed his game. Jalen Hurts last year, talking to Alicia, who has been, again, really big defender of Jalen Hurts. And I would always say last year, not in a hating way, because I truly like the guy. I think he's one of the better people in the NFL. And I enjoy rooting for people that at least appear to be good people. And I definitely see that Jalen Hurts. He's very respectable, very, very poised, very good in front of a microphone, and doesn't look to take credit away from the team and stuff, and just a whole bunch of good stuff. I can say a lot of good things about Jalen Hurts. But one thing I did say last year about Jalen Hurts is that he can't really throw from the pocket. He wasn't really good at anticipating. We saw him throw multiple interceptions where he held on the ball too long. And I was questioning whether he would be able to develop into a pro NFL quarterback, to a franchise NFL quarterback. And he has. Jalen Hurts has most certainly developed into a capable franchise quarterback. You don't just dumb luck your way into third in the league in passing yards, averaging over 300 yards a game. And look at what he's doing in the first halves of games. Yesterday against the commies, 3 passing touchdowns, 270 yards. Back against the Vikings, pretty much the exact identical stat line. Looking back against the Lions, almost the exact identical stat line. He's getting it done. He's getting it done early into games. He's not taking time to get into the game. He's setting the tone immediately. And of course, also on the ground game, 3 rushing touchdowns, over 150 yards rushing so far in the season, a top 15 rusher in the season. Jalen Hurts has been very impressive, and I like seeing it. And I love seeing the rest of that team. Darius Slay has been a top-tier corner so far. Again, shutting down Justin Jefferson. And then yesterday, the defensive front, 9 sacks. Carson Wentz had -1 passing yards at one point in the game, late on into the game. Eagles are scary. The Eagles are scary. They are blowing through their competition there, and they're certainly going to blow through the NFC East. The Cowboys, you know what you're getting from the Cowboys, especially with Cooper Rush at quarterback. You know what you're getting from the Cowboys. And then the Giants, I like where the Giants are going. They have certainly improved. They've set a culture. I'm not sure. They're not a playoff team, the Giants. I would love to see them develop into one because my family's all Giants fans, and Giants are one of the staples of the league, even though they haven't been really relevant in a long time. And then, of course, the Commanders. The Commanders, there is something there. They have a good defense. Carson Wentz has shown outside of yesterday that he's not as bad as everyone thinks he is. And now he has weapons, but the offensive line is atrocious. Couldn't really run the ball yesterday. So you look at the Eagles, and they're going to be the class of the NFC this year. The NFC is in a weak position, and the Eagles are thriving. Looking out the next week of the Eagles, get to play another one of my favorite teams of this season, the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I will talk about in my legit or quit series. Play the Arizona Cardinals, who are dysfunctional. Play the Cowboys, who are dysfunctional. The Steelers, the Texans, the Commanders, the Colts, who did get the W yesterday against the Chiefs, the Packers, the Titans. They have winnable. Every single game for the Eagles this year is a winnable game. They don't have to play the Chiefs. They don't have to play the Bills. They already beat the Vikings. The Eagles are in a fantastic position. I'm very happy for them. I'm very happy for Jalen Hurts. I used to hate the Eagles. And for the Eagles home games, like last week against the Vikings, like I was rooting for them. I was rooting for Hurts, and I was enjoying what I was watching. But as soon as the clock hit 000s and you heard the "Fly Eagles," I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that I hate them." I enjoy the team until I hear that stupid song because I do hate the Eagles usually, but I absolutely love what I'm seeing from the Eagles and really hope the best for them. Really want to see Jalen Hurts continue to thrive, especially for my fantasy team. Come on, baby, keep helping me out. Eagles are absolutely electric. Very big opportunity for them to be the #1 seed in the NFC this year.